everyone, welcome back to Half and Half. I'm Yasmin. I'm back again with the lovely Jacqueline from the first ever episode, and today we're going to be talking about sexual energy. So Jacqueline, the first time I ever met you was right here, and you surprised me a little bit because you came straight out with how you just come back from a sexual awakening with a new orgasm, and I loved it. I loved the energy that you were giving me, and I just want to know more, like, what is sexual energy?
What is sexual energy? And that's a really good question. Sexual energy is our juice for life. Because we have sexual energy, we get up in the morning and we go and we work and we do whatever we need to do in our life. We're created through sexual energy. This world is created through sexual energy. Babies are made through sexual energy. Sexual energy is sacred and holy. And I think that the way that the media portrays it and the way that it is, I think it's abused. And I think that most young people's relationship with sexual energy is, number one, in relationship to other people, i.e. will he or she find me sexy?
Yeah.
And that can be really damaging for people if that's their only focus. And the other thing is through porn. And really our sexual energy is something that we can bring alive in us every day and move through our body and use it to fuel our life.
Right, so I know from myself, and I'm sure from many of my viewers, that our sexual energy, like you said, is a lot to do with whether the other person finds you sexy and attractive. But how do we focus on ourselves then? Is that what you're saying we should do?
Yeah. To focus on ourselves, what we really need to do is, number one, take time on your own. Like, we need to take time on our own with ourselves, literally really loving ourselves. Often when we say take time in our own loving ourselves, what people think that means is a quick masturbation session.
Yeah.
And what that actually can do is deplete us. And there are other ways that we can love ourselves, like taking time to literally use our hands and use our breath to generate, using the whole body to generate our sexual energy. And it's not necessarily about having an orgasm. It's about waking up the energy in the body, waking up the energy system and moving it through the body to make us feel more alive, so that we feel fully alive.
Right, and is it just a selfish thing, or can we spread this sexual energy to our partners and other people around us?
Absolutely, because when we generate it and when we are full of it, when, for example, that day when I came into contact with you and we were talking, how did that feel for you?
Amazing,
Right.
I loved it.
I shared it with you, didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. So we can share it in different ways. We can share it through conversations. We can share it because it opens our heart, so we just feel more loving, we feel more open, we feel more vivacious, more dynamic, we feel more expanded. So just our vibration is bigger, so we share that.
Right.
And then, we're more capable of loving our children, our friends, our partners. And then, of course, when we come in contact with another, we're not coming from a place of lack. We're not coming from a place of, do you find me sexy? We're coming from a place of, geez, I'm so fucking sexy. And I'm going to pour that shit onto you.
Yeah, self-love.
Like self-love. And that's it. So you become like a fountain that just pours onto people, rather than seeking validation from other people if I'm good enough.
Mm-hmm. And I think that once people have control of that and have control of their own sexual energy, it's so much easier. You have so much confidence in other people, not just yourself. I think that's amazing. But where can we start? Where is the starting point? If we are, at the moment, we have no sexual energy, we don't know what it is, we don't know where to start, what can we do to help us?
What can you do? I think the main thing that you can do is really spend time being connected to your breath. Breath work is really, really great for helping us unlock the parts of ourselves that have been shut down and don't feel the sexual energy. And remember, sexual energy is definitely not isolated to this small area down here. Yeah, that is a massive part of it. That's like the generating system. But the whole idea is that you take this area and you generate the energy, you move it through the whole body. Yeah? It's used to fuel our organs, it's used to fuel our brain, it's going to make your eyes brighter, your hair better, your face glow, your skin glow, the whole thing. It's going to make you more intelligent. Yeah?
I love that. I absolutely love that. This has
Yeah.
been really eye-opening for me.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for this information.
It's a pleasure.
Is there a way that people can find out more about this on their own?
Yeah, you know, I guess what you could look into tantric practices. Tantric practices can be really informative to help us start on the path of how do I generate my sexual energy, how do I touch myself, how do I breathe in a way that generates it. But I tell you something, just to go back to your question earlier, how do we generate it, or how do we kickstart it?
Yes.
Intuition. You need time, you need patience, your breath, your own touch, and intuition.
Right.
And not just focusing on your genitals, remember? Although they're amazing and awesome, right? But the whole body, yeah? You want to move it through your whole body. Yeah, use your intuition, because actually it's our birthright. It's not a new technique, it's actually our birthright. I mean, the churches and the powers that were, or the powers that be, have been spending a lot of time cutting us off from our own sexual energy and telling us that it's sinful, that it's wrong. We've got so much programming. So we need to deprogram ourselves and really get back to the fact that this is a completely natural, sacred, holy thing that will expand our consciousness, literally expand our consciousness.
That is fantastic. Thank you again, Jacqueline, for that lovely, lovely speech.
Pleasure.
Thank you everybody for watching this episode of Half and Half, and I'm very excited to see you again.